KD, but I think it's different because like you and Frey were around for the old online scene, so there's history and stuff. Like
Yeah,
KD's
you
just
might
a
start thinking
console
about it.
player.
You might start thinking
Yeah,
about it a little bit more.
yeah.
All right, so
But now we have Grants.
Grands here. This is Grands winner's side. This is art. So I got two separate K-Rex just to give some context. Two separate K-Rex. This is only going to be game one because I guess they desynced or it was laggy for after game one. So then they went to a whole
Cool.
another K-Rec after this.
Really likes the usage of that up air. Actually covers every single situation. That exact up air that he did.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. Super hold it down for commentary. I have to take a piss
Will
so
do.
bad. Thank you. I'll be back.
If Andy wants to join, because I saw him in chat. If he doesn't, that's fine. I'm an okay single commentator. I feel like I'm not the greatest play-by-play, but I think I have a decent understanding of like why people do things and trying to explain it. Thank you. All right. Just narrowly missing with that up smash. Feels like that was a little bit of a misinput. Yeah, definitely just reset the situation, up B out of there. It's what you really need to do as Pika. You have no reason to be risky as Pika. Just reset position. Especially, he definitely shouldn't be risky because he's high percent now, but it's like Robert is racking up more and more percent. Great call out there. That was a lot of anticipate, just kind of wait in the air, suspended, and see what Josh does, and then react. I feel like that's what Robert is making his name known for, is just those micro-reactive decisions. And really, Josh is such a reactive player as well, so it's just a battle of who reacts better on that given day.
Alright, I'm back. What do we got here? This is Robert's up 3 stocks to 2. Robert kind of giving Josh the hands the last set, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
It was, what, 3-0? Yeah, 3-0 versus Josh in the winners, so let's see if Josh can,
You know, we talked about it, but like when I see Robert, the way he plays neutral, how you said he's always vying for stage control, I notice it because like I have to compare to other more different players.
Very impressive Pikachu.
Yeah.
Oh, a great ledge grab there from Josh, though. Alright, so like the way I compare Robert is like he feels a lot like. Alright, so I've played Wario for, you know, every Smash Con I go to, I try to get a couple games in with Wario. He's very personable, so like me and him get along. He remembers who I am, and it feels like a lot like playing versus Robert in that sense, like their gameplay wise. And Wario is not a camper. He definitely, you know, he goes for stage control, and that's how I feel when I play versus Robert.
Stage control is so important. I think every time I watch these type of games, it makes me want to refine Pika, because I think that learning how to play and encroach on your opponent can just create this pressure that isn't necessarily hitting them, but it's still damage at the same time, because it causes them to maybe do like a panic situation. Like, I feel like that's just what's happening right now. Robert gets Josh in these like, oh shit, I've got to do something. And then Robert has the onus to react before Josh does. He's just not getting his footing.
Yeah, for sure.
But when it comes to raw neutral, though, I think it's quite even.
So I just want to shout out STK Shane real quick for the $5 dono to the Supernova Fund. It's just awesome that we can raise $76 in one day for our international players for next year.
I remember you one
super
time.
Excited for this.
I remember one time you're like, 64 is dying. No way, man. We've got like 5, 10 years,
I
maybe
said that.
more.
I don't think that at all anymore. So I must have said that really early on. I honestly think that we are good to go for a long time, because everyone's kind of built, you know, these relationships where it's more so about, you know, people getting along and having these memories together. So it's not really about like the game. It's also more so about, you know, everyone's developed these friendships and relationships. So
like I wanted to beat Stranded, but I was having a great time just shooting the shit with him, and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy that more than necessarily treating him like, I feel bad for the ultimate kids, honestly, just to go on a tangent. I feel bad for them because they go to those tournaments, right? They probably don't interact in the same way. They show up and they don't say anything. They don't have
Oh, I've been to
friends.
like Melee and like Ultimate tournaments, and I've competed, and it's definitely like it's nothing like 64. And that's not to shit on anybody, but it's more so just to show that like I think our game will last for as long as people want to throw a tournament for their friends, which I think will be probably forever. Like I could see people in nursing homes playing 64 tournaments.
Fuck yeah.
So I don't really worry about it too much. But anyways, we got game 2 coming in. Robert was up 1-0 versus Josh, right? Or am I wrong about that? I think
Yeah, 1-0 against Josh, but that was a great start from Josh.
Yeah, this is the second K right here. The first one they were lagging, so I guess they switched servers or
nice grabs.
Something.
I'm liking this adjustment from Josh. It seems he's being more prone to just get the grab and play for that instead of trying to get in his face with an aerial. Like all that is just all grabs. And why not? Pika's grab is great. And if you can get the grab, then percent is percent. So this is a nice little adjustment from Josh. Another one, yeah.
I just want to point out, it's so interesting seeing like certain players. So, like Josh has kind of been like a little bit of a gatekeeper for these other players like Robert, KD3, even for myself. Like Josh beat me like 5 sets in a row before I finally started going on a run versus him. So like seeing people like Robert, KD3, whoever, do really well versus him, it makes me like happy to see like these players like, all right, now we're in the mix too. We're not just like getting fucked up by Josh Brody falling on.
Yeah, Josh used to be like this kind of coveted like get the Josh win, but we all knew that Josh was still Josh. So even if you got the win, it was just, I feel like that's where the notable win memes started, honestly. Like Josh was the notable win if you could get the Josh win and whatnot.
Yeah, it was definitely Shears for a long time. But yeah, if you can get a Josh win, it's definitely indicative. It's kind of like in Melee, like if you could beat Mewtwo getting back in his heyday, it's like, all right, you're really fucking good at the game. That's kind of how it is for 64. Like if you can get the Josh win, like, all right, you're really good at the game. So I'm glad that Josh is participating in these online tournaments, even if he's not as good as he is when he's on console.
He'll get better, and I really want to see it because he's such a strong player as it is. But
even on console, like now Robert is taking sets off of Josh. We had KD3 who has done really well versus Josh in the last couple years. We have Dogs doing okay. He lost to Keystone, 2 sets in a row, which shows that Josh can definitely come back and like redeem himself a bit versus these kinds of players. But I really appreciate, not to go on too much of a tangent, but I really appreciate players who really put themselves out there and risk losing, because I feel like a lot of the times we get players who will play, they'll do really well one tournament and then they kind of don't show their face for like the next year. And Josh is not like that. He'll be there every tournament, and it's like you could get a shot at him if you want to beat him.
I know I'm a rarity sometimes for console, but I definitely feel that way. I always just like, fuck it, tournament's going, I'll join it online. I would like to repeat that for local or console or whatever, but it just always doesn't pan out. But
yeah, for sure.
I'll always like show up because I don't know, game's fun. But back to the match, Josh is actually finding these ways to get the percent that he needs. I'm really liking it, even though he's down right now. It's just a little bit more measured. Yeah, that was great from him. Those small adjustments with like aerial drifts too, I feel is what defines the Pika players. Like, I think of it a way like, or think of like a really bad Pika, right? He's just gonna drift in with an aerial. He's not gonna space it at all. But what Josh did there, even if it happened a little while ago, is that he just didn't go anywhere and he just rising slanted down aired, and then Robert tried to aggress forward and Josh hit him.
And then we got Robert just so good at playing in the corner because his reactions are so good. And I always wonder if it's like a young person thing or if it's just like he's really practiced in like these micro situations.
Super practiced.
Like Because like not all the best players have the greatest reactions, but if they play a lot and they have these little micro situations, then it becomes more anticipation than it does reaction. But it might look like it's reaction, but it's anticipation. But, all right, so you got Josh cleaning that up, and you know anything can happen on this stock here if he gets a big re-grab combo here. Manages to get back on the stage. Can he get the re-grab? Oh, gets the up smash.
Nice grab.
Oh, he gets the upper instead. You want a nair there. You always want a nair there.
I'm a little behind, but I can still.
I didn't realize I wasn't sharing. That's my bad.
It's because I'm able to fill the space with just like player talk sometimes.
No, yeah, you've been great. It's my fault. I should have been sharing on Discord.
It's all good.
Oh, and Josh is. Oh, and he fucking kills himself. You hate to see it.
I don't want to see that shit, even if it's just.
Oh, that sucks.
I never want to see that.
He was saved so many times there.
But I'm also a scumbag. If someone does that and it's like Josh, like, hey baby, 1-0.
And now it's 2-0, unfortunately.
Damn.
I mean, everyone says that they don't want to see that, but everyone who's in, you know, you're about to get top 8, your opponent SDs, you're like, let's fucking go, baby.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Let's
do it again.
Fucking go. Do it again. Do it as many times.
I hope your control explodes. Yeah.
Gets him to knockdown. Perfect up air percent.
That was a smart decision to do that.
Looking like he's gonna fucking 6-0 his way to the victory right now.
Yeah, that was a really smart, just back throw there. Get the percent instead of just getting nothing out of a forward throw.
Yeah, and Robert, for not having really played console. I mean, he's always practiced console, right? Whether it's with Puff or Pikachu, but not having really entered tournaments lately outside of this recent SmashCon and Frame. He's really showing that he's the person to beat right now online. Yeah, no, on console. He got 5th at SmashCon, or at Supernova. Sorry, it's really looking good for him.
He's right up there with Kiro. I feel like his Pikachu. Like Kiro's a bit more explosive in a lot of ways, and I think Kiro has the overall experience over him. Not to say that Robert's like a new player or anything like that, but it's just like a layer, as you described to me once. There's like Kiro is just like a layer behind, or sorry, Robert's just like a layer behind. But who knows? That layer could be completely gone by the end of the year because he looks so strong, and we all know
really good right now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to say that he's on the same level as Kiro, only because he still loses to the likes of Josh, even though he's kind of whipping him right now. He still loses to like KD3.
Sure.
But as of right now, he's doing really fucking good. He's looking to, get top 10 in the rankings for this year after his 5th place performance at SmashCon.
Oh, definitely. When you solidify the top 8 for SmashCon, then you're getting like top 10, 20. Yeah. All right, but don't count Josh out. Josh is a competitor. I feel like these pressure situations don't really faze him. No, I think that's where
doesn't really get phased at all, honestly. No. He's not really the type of player to get nervous. He doesn't start playing worse because whoever is playing really well. He's very composed as a player, I would say. So you kind of have to just beat him. You have to just beat his ass. Otherwise, you're not going to win.
Yeah. And he learned that from going to so many events, and I feel like in a way that's where his practice came from. He just learned how to take that pressure.
Robert up 3 stocks to
Robert
1 with 2 games efficient. Up to 0. Like, this is gonna be it. If Robert gets the regrab, and that's like an online thing, right? Like maybe Josh isn't as good as getting the regrab online, but Robert is always getting that.
Yeah, he's on point. He's on it.
And he's catching these recoveries,
just swatting him away.
He's swatting him away a little bit. Okay, let's see.
When you're playing as the worst Pika, and the Pika is just like swatting you like that in the air, it is so goddamn frustrating. But
wait,
Robert,
what happened there? Was that what happened there? I missed it.
Robert just got lots of percent, and then he backthrowed him, and Josh was dead.
He realized he was done. So Robert takes it. Fucking 6-0. Congratulations to Robert. That's a command.